In this training, we're going to walk through how to enter an investment account into the Voyant software. To do that, we're going to go over to our plus button and go to Savings and Investments. Now I'm going to point out that this is where you're going to enter taxable investment accounts like a brokerage account. We have a different section for entering qualified accounts like a retirement account, for example, a 401k. This is not where you would enter that account type. So we're going to go to Savings and Investments, and under Type, you'll see several different options. We've got investment, that would be something like a brokerage account or a donor advised fund, a DAF. We also have this option called Other Taxable. This is not what I'm going to demonstrate today, but I did want to point it out to you as a great option for entering in account types such as offshore accounts, account types that are subject to unique taxation rules, because here you have the option to apply your own taxation rules to these account types. So I did want to point this out to you as a really unique and flexible account type for unique situations. So just be aware that that account type does exist within Voyant. I'm going to go ahead and change the type back to investment. We're going to add Philip onto this account, and I'm just going to name it brokerage. We're going to enter in the current account balance, and I'm going to enter in the cost basis. This is important, otherwise the software is going to assume that capital gains applies to the entirety of every withdrawal. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the cost basis. We're going to enter in the monthly contribution amount. So let's say that our clients enter $350 monthly into this account, and we're going to be prompted to update the timing for those contributions. So we're going to contribute from now until when Judy retires. So we're just going to remember that for timing, this is regarding contributions. So you'll notice that right here, it's asking for the timing of the contributions. That's what that is regarding. I'm going to go back up to our growth section, and you can either grow this account via just a fixed growth rate, or you can switch over here to portfolios. If your firm is already using a set of custom portfolios, you'll have this option to use portfolios, or you can enter in your own custom portfolio mix. I'm going to click Use Portfolio, and then you'll have this option to click here and use the slider bar. I'm going to select Moderate Portfolio Long Term. This is one that my subscription already has preloaded into it, and so you can see that the expected average for this portfolio is 7.94%. And then if we go over here to fees, you can see that the product fee on this account is 1.5%. So this account is going to grow 7.94% net of fees, which is 1.5%. You can also edit additional fee types. You can see here for additional information, these would be actual fees or expenses applied to the account. Going to steps, be aware that you have the ability to apply steps to this account. So for example, if we wanted to step the contributions, we could change those monthly amounts at any point in the plan. I'm going to apply a step to the growth rate. So we're going to grow this at a moderate portfolio in the early years, and then we're going to step that down to a conservative portfolio in the later years. So I'm going to change that to the conservative portfolio when Judy retires. I'm going to click Done to save that. You could transfer money in from an additional account in the plan if you needed to. And then the withdrawal limit on this account is going to be defaulted to as needed. But if you wanted to, you could change it to Do Not Allow, Scheduled Only, Minimum Balance. You could change it to a percentage amount, amount with inflation, or amount. And then you can also do planned withdrawals if you have an idea of a specific amount that you want to come out of this account at a certain time in the plan. I'm going to click Done to save. And what we should see is that now we have more blue in the plan in the retirement years. Now that we've added an asset, there's more to draw down from in those retirement years. And if we turn on the details, you should see more of a taxable asset that is flowing into the plan in those years. And if we go into year view, we can scroll over using our slider bar, and we can see we've got money coming in from Philip's cash account because we were saving that surplus income. And then as that money runs out, we're pulling from the emergency fund that we had. And then when that money runs out, we're pulling from the brokerage account as well. And you can also go to the investments tab and see how the brokerage account is growing net of fees. You can click into it and look at the asset allocation. You can see actual and if there were any scheduled withdrawals, what those might be, what the product fees are on that account, what the net growth and product fees are, details on that account. And if we go to the Let's See screen, dual chart, we can see the taxes in the plan. We can also look at the assets chart and see by turning on our legend, we could even look at what that brokerage account looks like at any given point in the plan. So at retirement, the value of that brokerage account is $726,000. And then you can see how it's being drawn down and it is depleted by age 79 and 81. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, you can always click the name of your client in the top right, select request support, enter your question into the text box, and share client access. Thanks for listening.